morning guys, I hope you're doing well. We're gonna continue with the session 4 of module 15. First of all, before we start, let's just remember that you need to answer the anticipated activities and the after class activities as well in your book. This session, the activities are gonna be about anticipation of questions from answers. That's for every session. All right, now let's start. So last session we were discussing the text A Call for Action. We were checking that there are some problems that the author was explaining. You investigated a little bit of those, you researched, you wrote about it, you expressed your opinion. We're gonna continue with that. Today we have a different production. From the text, if you need a reminder, you can read it again. It's a short text. It's about the problems that the world is facing currently. So from that text, I'm gonna ask you to watch a YouTube video. The link will be provided below somewhere. The video is called The Biggest Risks Facing the World in 2018. You're gonna watch that video. That video explains some of the problems of the world, some of the situations that the world was going through, at least in 2018. Watch the whole video and choose which of those problems you think is most interesting, it's most relevant, maybe which one you think calls more your attention. Choose carefully which one you want, because from that topic, from that problem that you choose, you're going to have to create a PowerPoint presentation. What is the PowerPoint presentation gonna be about? It's gonna be about the problem that you chose. From that, first, you need to explain to me what is the problem, like where did it originate, who are participating in there, like with whom is the problem. You're gonna explain to me the causes, like what is a little bit of the history of this problem, the consequences, what are the effects on the people, what are the consequences both for both sides, right, or for the general population. Who is the group that is suffering the most, and in what way are they suffering from this problem? And finally, some possible solutions. Now, probably all of this information will not be contained in detail in the video. So I'm going to ask you that after you watch the video and after you choose your topic, research a little bit more. Research a little bit more about the situation, and at the end of the PowerPoint presentation, I want you to add a slide with the references. Just where did you get the information from? Like you checked from last video, like I told you, use reliable sources. Online newspaper blogs, magazines, papers, etc. All you need to do in the last slide is copy and paste the link, just so that we can check where you got that information. Research a little bit more. Even if you want, you can watch some YouTube videos from reputable sources like educational channels or something like that, so that you can get more information. So that is going to be it for this part, a PowerPoint presentation. However, the evidence is actually going to be a video of you explaining the PowerPoint presentation. Make your presentation and then you can have it on your side and then record yourself explaining the presentation. It can be shown in a laptop, it can be shown in a computer, or if you want, even if you don't have a laptop or computer, you can show it in your phone and have somebody else record it for you. Just show the slides, show the information. Obviously, don't read directly everything. Your slides should not have a block of text. They should be keywords, phrases, sentences, not just like copy and paste a complete text, a complete paragraph. Your explanation, again, cannot be reading. You cannot be reading the PowerPoint presentation. You explain it with your own words. You express the most important thoughts from that. The video should be around 6 to 8 minutes long, and that is going to be your evidence. That is the evidence that you're going to have to upload. The video explaining the problem that you chose. That is it for the production, the PowerPoint presentation that you will explain through the video. Now, let's pass a little bit with the part of the reading of the EXI. We were checking last class, 2 classes ago I believe, we started to check about the EXI. Just as a reminder, it is an English proficiency exam. It tests your level of English, but it's only for the students of UANL. So, we already checked the part of listening, now we're going to check the part of reading. And again, just as a comparison, for example, with the TOEFL, totally different type of texts. Maybe the majority of the texts in the TOEFL are very academic, you could say. They are informational texts, they are expositional texts. The texts that you're going to be checking in reading in the EXI are more like focused on the real life, focused on real life situations. What are the type of texts that we can find in the EXI? You can find newspaper articles, you can find announcements of publicity, like in a store, in a newspaper, in a magazine. You can find brochures, like for example, something you could find in a hotel or in a store, those kinds of brochures. You can find magazines, magazine articles. You can find reviews, like reviews of restaurants, reviews of movies, reviews of books, etc., etc. So the texts that you're gonna find in the EXI are going to be more focused in the real life, more like real life centered. You're gonna have 3 texts. In total, you're gonna have 15 questions, of which each question is worth 1.4 points. In total, the section of reading is 21% of your EXI. Now, what are some of the recommendations that I can give you? Well, skim the questions first of all. Like, give it a quick read. Give a quick read to what the questions are gonna be before you read the text, so that you can already be prepared and you can already extract the information that you think is going to be relevant for the answers. Skim it first. Read quickly the questions first, and then start reading the text. While you are reading the text, you're gonna find that specific information that you already know it's gonna be asked. For example, if you read a question that says, what is the biggest planet in the solar system, or whatever, when you read the text and you find that they're talking about the biggest planet, you already are gonna know that that's information that you should keep, and that's information that you should retain so that you can answer it then. And identify keywords. Maybe you read the questions, you read the text, and then maybe you don't remember. It's not necessary to read the complete text again. Find keywords, key phrases, key information, like that specific. For example, again, using the same example, if the text is talking about planets or the solar system, probably the keywords are gonna be those: planet, star, solar system, asteroid, atmosphere, I don't know, whichever of those. So you read the text, but don't read it like in detail completely. Just check, oh, here we're talking about stars, and the question number 5 is asking about stars. So then you can just read that specific sentence. That is it for the text, that is it for the reading part. Those are some tips, some information. Just as a recap, just as a little review, evidence for the production of the session number 4. Choose one of the problems from this video. Make a PowerPoint presentation detailing the problem. If necessary, do extra research and add the references. Where did you get the information from? From a newspaper, a blog, a magazine? Copy and paste the link. Where are your references? And make a video 6 to 8 minutes long explaining your PowerPoint presentation without reading it directly. That is going to be your evidence and answering the questions of reading. That will be all for this session, and I will see you for the next one.